Right, today we're going to do my take on a French dish, which is caramelised pork. And there's some pork steaks there. This should really be pork chops, I think, in France, but we haven't got any pork chops, so I'm going to adapt it with pork steaks. And also, I'll show you over here, there's quite a lot of onion for those four things, but of course they will be reduced. There's some sage and there's some garlic, and also there's going to be some butter as well. But anyway, there we go. So the first thing I'm going to do now in the Tria is I've got it on the hob. I want to get the butter melted and get the butter melted and bubbling but not burning, and then I'll put in the chops and we'll see how it goes. I've not done this before, so I'll just see the oil and the butter. It's probably like a, I don't know, a quarter of a pack of butter. And what I'm going to do now is to see if it's cooked properly. I'm using the method, so I'm just putting this in the side there. See, that's not hot enough. You see? So what I'm doing is I'll put in the meat just in the edge to see if it's frothy. So it's not hot enough, that meat, that oil. I don't know where I saw that. That was on something I saw. How to test the cooking temperature for meat for frying. It smells lovely. Still not that. I think whilst I'm waiting to do that, I'll get some black pepper, and I should just pepper it. Right, just a piece of black pepper on the meat. A little bit of salt. That'll do. I'm going to try that again now. You can hear the difference. I'll bring this over. So there's the meat. Now watch. Right, so we'll put that in there now. Leave it there like that for a little while. Now I want that to go brown on that side. Right. Put that in there. So let's leave that in there for a while. I want it to go like a brown on both sides, really. Let's see how that goes. So I'm going to leave it for, say, 2-3 minutes and then turn over. Right, that was about 2 minutes there, because it's small. So see the colouring. And turn that over now. Alexa, stop. Alexa, set alarm for 2 minutes, please. Alexa, set alarm for 2 minutes. The thing is with these when these cook, so they don't cook even, I put them all in at the same time. That one is lovely, that's just the way I want it. The others are cooked, that's fine, but they're not as brown as that. I'd like them, that's nut brown. These pans don't, or the bottom, maybe the hob doesn't cook evenly anymore. I don't know. There's a difference when you put 4 pieces of meat and it cooks differently at different sides of the hob. Yeah. The onion, try caramelising it with the onion. Right, there, I've turned this over again. 2 minutes are gone. And that looks really, really lovely. So I'll give it a couple more minutes on that side. Get a bit browner. And that'll be fine. Alexa, set alarm for 1 minute.
1 minute. Something new.
Look at that. Just look how nice that looks. Look at that. Lovely. Taking these out of the oven to go to one side because I'm now going to caramelise the onions. For a bit of fun, I asked the wife to cut me a little bit of carrot and we'll caramelise at the same time. Right, let's just stop. Right, the onions are now going in. Looks like a lot of onions, but right, there's the onions in there now. I think really 3 onions would have been better. Oh, it looks like a lot of onions, but you see now the thing is to get these all caramelised. Look at that. See, it's getting lovely and brown. It'll take a while, I think, to get these caramelised, so I can't leave the camera on for that length of time. I've also got to go on eventually when I put them in here, because I'm going to use this Remoska as an oven, because normally if you're cooking it, once you'd done the chops, you'd put them in the oven on a plate, on a tray, put the onions on top, some sage on top, a little bit of garlic on top, and then you bake them in the oven. But this is, because I'm using the Remoska, I'm going to do it all in the Remoska. Right, it's been about 20 minutes now. I hope you can see, but the onions are really nice, soft, lovely nut colour. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to take them out there and put them on the plate. So let's get them out. Put the carrots to one side, so they'll be dealt with separately. That's it. That's that done. Now I'm going to take those off. Right, now I'm putting the meat back in. I'm going to turn off the cooker, because I'm now going to use the Remoska oven lid now. Right, so that's the meat that's in there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take onion and try to put each one on top of each of the steaks. So you could have really done with a third onion. Anyway, there we go. Put the carrots there. Right. So that's that done. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the garlic, and you can see that. I don't know how close you can see. Let me move those out of the way and the plate. Let's see if I can get closer to it. Right, so that's what they look like. Now I'm going to put a little bit of garlic on each one. Sliced garlic. Doesn't matter about that. And then I'm taking a little bit of sage and sprinkling it on top of each one. This would have been better with the bigger pork chops, of course. But for a bit of fun, we'll see what it comes out like. And then what I've got to do is I've got to take a little bit of butter. Yeah. With a nice dong. A little bit of butter on each of those. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. 4. Now put the Remoska lid on. And we'll plug it in. Alexa, set alarm for 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Starting now.
Right, I think it should be half an hour. I've put it in there for a while. I just want to show you I put a protective there, so keep the moisture in, basically, keep it succulent. Well, there we are. It is served up on the plate, which is hot. Looks lovely. And there we are. That's pork, caramelised pork and onion. I think there's a little bit of sauce in there. I might get a spoonful of a little bit of juice out of there, but otherwise it's done. There's sort of roast potatoes done in the small standard Remoska, and then there's got mixed vegetables, and there we are.